Hey, hello, welcome. What is up, folks?
Hello.
Heyo!
Love it. Hey, how's it going? Thank you guys so much for being here with us. It's good to see you guys. Genuinely good to see you.
Absolutely.
Technically to see you.
Technically, I like that.
I'm just gonna
That
start
sounds
throwing.
familiar.
I'm just gonna start throwing out words from now on for stuff and just see what happens.
I like
But-
it, man.
Welcome to Real Talk Live,
Yo.
where the conversations are genuine and the entertainment is borderline entertaining.
Borderline entertaining. There we go.
But thank you guys for joining us. Listen, you guys know him. You guys love him. Let's introduce the crew, shall we?
Let's do it.
I'm Blake. Over here to my left, this is AJ.
Yo.
The man himself.
Hey.
Over here, he's about to probably torture us because I've gotten a little bit of insight with stuff, is fun guy Austin. Oh, that's fantastic.
Every week.
I wish you guys could see what was happening. No,
I don't
no, I
wish-
don't.
no, I
No,
don't
I
wish.
take that back. I don't. I'm glad you guys can't see what's happening. But there in the back, manning the control center, running the show, you know him as Fun Turn Clint.
Hello.
There he is.
And last and certainly not least, as you'll get a chance to know him a little bit more later, over here to my right, Norman.
What's up?
The normality.
The normality, the greatest high fiver in the world.
That's
Ever.
right. He's the goat of high fives.
But
Some would say you could fall for my high fives.
You could fall
you,
for your
you, you
Or
certainly
I just
could.
am the one that falls for him.
But you guys will get a chance to get to know Norman here in a little bit. But in the meantime, what is this? What are these three crazy dudes doing in front of a camera? What's Real Talk? What's Real Talk Live all about? This is where you guys have an opportunity to ask questions about anything and everything. Life, God, the Bible, anything and everything in between.
That's right.
You guys can drop comments down in the comment section, questions, anything you got down in the comment section on the book or over on the tube. I'm keeping an eye on the tube crew.
That's right.
From Norman's phone because I couldn't find mine. My phone disappeared. There was a
One of the
5
leaders.
probably because
And a couple of them are actually here.
I don't want to talk about it. So I'll talk about it. But tube crew, I got you. Scott, how's
What
it
up, Dude
going?
Crew?
How's it going, Scott? We got John,
Oh, it's going good, John. Thanks for asking, man.
Greg, Willie, Cindy. Hello, y'all.
Yo, Willie.
Howdy.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
guys. Hey, don't forget to share the stream. You don't
Share the
know.
stream.
You don't know who this is going to impact. Like I said, we're just here to answer some questions, to talk about some stuff. We're going to be doing some ridiculous stuff for your entertainment here in a very short bit.
That's right.
And then after that, we're just going to dive into some stuff and go through everything.
So you said there's a link
Mm-hmm.
that we're able to submit questions. Can you tell me what link that would be?
Of course I would, Norman. Thank you.
Thank you.
We have an anonymous link at www.theremnant.life/real-talk. And you can go to that, you can submit a question, and it goes into our database completely anonymously, instantaneously, and instantly.
It's right.
It's true.
Thank you, Norm, for the counting. Appreciate
I had to
you.
make sure.
But yeah, you guys can drop anything you want there, and we've had some pretty real stuff posted in there.
Oh yeah, man, a lot of good questions. For those of you who have had a question posted for a little while, we are getting caught up. We're still probably, if I had to guesstimate, 15, 20 questions behind, but we're answering those both on here and on the podcast Real Talk web series. So if you guys have asked a question, stay patient, keep listening, it'll get answered because
That's
we
right.
answer all of them.
Yeah, and when you guys submit a question, we can't promise we're going to know every answer. We can't promise we're going to answer every question perfectly.
Yep.
But we're going to be honest with you. If we know an answer or we have something, we're going to tell you guys. And if it's one of those questions, which we've gotten, where we're like, listen, this is not like a quick little like, hey, what's 2 + 2 question? This is going to take a little bit of time to figure out. We're still going to answer it, like AJ said. And that's what our Real Talk web series is for. We get to go a little bit deeper and take a little bit more time to go through some of that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So if we can't answer it here, we're going to answer it at some point.
That's right. We are going to answer anything and everything.
Anything, everything.
All right, man.
Anything and everything.
Anything and everything.
Nor-
Share this
nor-
with your friends, guys.
Okay.
Looks like we got 5 people on. How many shares we got? Fun turn. How we looking? 5.
Hey, so everyone shared, including myself.
Fantastic.
That's fun.
What's
Oh,
funny is
I'm locked.
if we have 5 people, we have 5 shares. That means one person didn't share because I actually shared on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, nice. This is a mystery. So, if you haven't shared the stream yet, please share the stream. Put a little blurb in it. Tell them, hey, come hang out. We are live here on Real Talk Live. So, come hang. Come check it out. If you're already here, why don't you hit the share button because you're already here. So,
That's right. I got a question for you.
what's the question?
If you don't share, you feeling lucky, punk?
Hey,
Do ya?
nice.
that-
That's
that
Jim
was-
Carrey-esque right
Yeah,
there.
that-
That's beautiful.
That was a Jim. It was an impression of Jim Carrey doing a bad impression of Clint Eastwood.
Is it Chuck doing an impression of Jim Carrey?
It's me doing an impression of Chuck, doing an impression of Jim Carrey, doing an impression of Clint Eastwood.
That's right.
So
What's up, Brandon, Sierra? Maybe people are just running a little behind today.
it's all right.
Jordan, y'all are hopping on now.
Hello, welcome. Thank you guys for joining us.
That's
As
right.
we're about to probably endure some sort of pain or punishment.
There's no probably.
There's going to be AJ. What do we got coming up?
We have what we call Real Random, and what you'll see is a new graphic. I'm very excited. We're about to see it across the screen if you guys want to see it. It's brand new. It's coming. We're on a slight delay, so it's going to be there. Anyways, what's Real Random? Oh, there it is!
Oh, damn.
So,
That's pretty
so what is
cool.
Real Random? Real Random is where we do random stuff purely and strictly for your entertainment, whether usually it's something gross, something hot, something in between. Sometimes it's a game. Unfortunately, I don't think today is a game, but we have our guy over here, Fun Guy Austin. What are we doing today, my friend?
Well, hello there, gentlemen. Today, Real Random is going to be out of this world.
Oh, no. I don't know what that means, but...
I can't say it because I don't want to get banned. Or shadow banned.
We have 4 items for you to try today.
Okay.
Not excited. Folks, I'm not excited.
First up, I'm going to hand this to Blake because he's going to be the more professional one with this.
That's fair.
That's okay. Well, this is not as bad as I anticipated. This is Space Candy.
Space Candy.
Experience the future of candy.
Huh.
And we have Peach Rings of Saturn, freeze-dried peach
Sounds
gummies.
really good.
Interesting.
One giant
dried.
taste for mankind. I love that.
One small step for
This
AJ
is
Knoll.
this is far more exciting than I thought. So, here we go. We're gonna get this bad boy open.
Okay.
While they're opening this, I will say for the viewers at home, we have a very, very special Real Random coming up in a few weeks because you guys at home can help me, Fun Guy, determine what the guys are going to do. So with that being said, at any point throughout the show, you can direct message me ideas and thoughts, and I will select 4 random viewers, 4 lucky viewers to help me with Real Random. It can be anything. It can be gross. It can be hot. It can be a game. You guys get to decide at home. Thank you all for supporting the show.
All right, man.
I don't remember writing off on this.
Me either, man.
It's in
I
the fine
did.
print.
It's
in fine print.
But
Every time.
I will say, because I've looked in the bag. First of all, it smells incredible.
Okay.
I don't know if you can smell it already, but it smells incredible. These are not going to look how you anticipate.
Okay.
Because I forgot that when you freeze dry candy, what happens? Because I've seen it before.
I've never seen it, so this is new
But-
to me.
I'm gonna
Looks
reach
like a
in-
noodle.
I'm gonna reach in and pull mine out.
Okay. Whoa.
So
It's like a Funyun.
yeah, it's a freeze dried peach ring.
I will
it's
say,
abs-
viewer discretion, there will be crunching. So please
So
do
sorry?
not chew in front of the mic.
So Fun
Thanks,
turns in the back. He's going to mute us. Thank you. It's probably a good call.
Smells
It does smell delightful.
Smells very good.
So we're gonna try this and then rate it 1 to 10 flavor. All right.
All right.
So we got freeze dried peach rings of Saturn. So they're just freeze dried peach rings from Space Candy. Shall we, gentlemen?
Shall we?
All right. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
This is happening.
That's actually pretty good.
It's good, but weird.
I was kind of waiting for like a Pop Rocks. Like, does it have that Pop Rocks effect?
Kind of like what it feels like.
Interesting.
Sticks
Okay.
to the mouth real bad.
So here's the interesting part. My mouth didn't like it for a second
Mine either.
because I tasted peach ring, but I was crunching.
Like a
and
potato chip.
Yeah, and my body was like, this is not right.
Which, it's not wrong. It's not right.
And towards the end, it started to get a little gummy, which was interesting. Mm-hmm. But let's see what Greg say. Back in the 70s, space food sticks tasted horrible.
Interesting.
But Scott says snails. Ugh. Please don't. Anyway, so all right, 1 to 10 flavor.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
6.
Give it an 8. That was actually pretty
An
good.
8.
Yeah.
That's high.
Yeah, I think I'm probably about a 6 with you. It's not as good as an original as just a normal peach ring.
No.
But it's not bad. It was definitely different. It was just the texture was different.
The texture was definitely different.
can still
And I'm a
taste
big
a little bit
texture
of
guy.
Yeah. All right, moving on.
Your mouth was in space for a moment. It took a while to respond. Yeah, John. Yeah, it did take a while. It's right. I was on an adventure.
This could go either very good or very bad for me because this is one of my favorite foods.
Oh, really?
Freeze-dried strawberries.
Interesting. Freeze-dried strawberries.
I just set the bar extremely high with an 8.
Yeah.
My bad.
Do you want to change your answer?
Nope.
No. Okay. So we have freeze-dried whole strawberries.
Wow.
So again,
I'm taking all of them.
yeah, I'll take them all.
All right, man. This is probably gonna be bad for me.
What John say? Your mouth was in space for a moment. Took a while to.
Yep. We were on an
Exactly.
adventure, man.
We were in another universe.
Is this going to be bad because it's healthy?
Probably. Yep.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm just not a huge strawberry guy in the first place, so we'll see.
Interesting. Now I will say, okay. Now the serving size is the entire container,
Really?
and it's only 50 calories, so it's pretty healthy. So you may not. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. I probably won't like it, will I?
All right. Well, freeze-dried strawberries from astronaut. From astronaut. That's all I can read.
From astronaut.
All right, freeze-dried strawberries. Here we go, gentlemen.
Yep.
Again, sorry for the crunching, but we'll be muted. So.
The Lay's potato chip.
I don't know. I don't know science.
See, once it softens up a little bit, they can taste more of the strawberry.
I'm so sad.
It's like a
Disappointed.
it's
you
like a
would say.
rotten it's like a rotten banana mixed with a Lay's potato chip.
Actually, you're not you're not horribly far off on that. I'm not gonna lie.
Nice.
You're not horribly far off.
Yep. Rotten banana
Yeah.
Lay's potato chip.
I don't know, man.
Just
That
a
was
reminder
not-
for the viewers at home: message me directly for your chance to be part of Real Random.
Oh man. All right, it's flavor. That's a 2, dude.
two.
That's gross.
2 all day. Yeah.
I would say 3.
3. Yeah. So I mean, it's not.
And I love strawberries way more than
Oh, dude,
peaches.
I love strawberries.
Wow, and you're giving the peaches like an
Yeah,
8. Now here's the thing. He's right. Getting a freeze-dried strawberry, to me, I think a peach ring's at least closer as far as like something that could be freeze-dried compared to a strawberry.
It's already processed. So when you freeze dry, it's not. You're just processing it farther.
That's right.
Strawberries are not processed.
That's right.
Not in the same way, at least. So
Oh,
cool. What did Scott say? Scott over on the tube said, "I've had the strawberries. They were good." Yeah.
I don't know, Scott. I don't think I agree with you, man.
Tang was awful. Also, dude, I don't know. I've always heard of Tang.
Me
I
too.
don't think I've ever had it.
Nope.
I
have
don't
not.
think I've ever had Tang.
So
It's something I want to try though.
should we do something like if we get like 20 shares, AJ has to eat the rest of the strawberries?
I'm down. Yeah. Hey, we'll take Norman's challenge right now. If you guys can get 20 people,
20 shares.
20 shares,
20
which would
shares.
require about 20 people, I would imagine. But
Or
if you get
19.
20 shares,
Yeah, because you.
if you get 20 shares on the stream today, I will eat the whole bag of strawberries before we go off here. So take the challenge, share the stream, get people involved. Let's do this thing.
You're welcome.
What's next?
This one you better save for me.
Oh man. Well, Blake looks really sad, so this makes me sad.
Eat more than one. Nah, that's fair, Scott. Maybe as you eat them, they get like you start to get more and more strawberry in your mouth, so it builds up.
Or if it maybe
be.
like let it sit there for a second versus
Maybe.
just chomping.
you rehydrate the
Yeah,
dehydrated
rehydrate.
food. But this last one is again
It's
one.
not the last one. Remember, we have 4.
Oh, we have 4. Sorry, the penultimate one. It's a fancy word for next to last. One is
I don't like fancy words.
again. This could be either really good or horribly disappointing. I believe this is an ice cream sandwich.
What? What?
It is freeze-dried ice cream sandwich.
It is a freeze.
How does that even make sense?
Okay, so here's the thing. What's your favorite one between the ice cream sandwiches? The plain or the Neapolitan?
Plain. Just straight vanilla and chocolate.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna go plain. Although Neapolitan hits something different. It hits different.
I would agree.
It's different.
All right. Well, there's not. We're gonna
There's
have
not
a
a
mess.
fancy way.
Yeah, we're gonna have a mess.
We're
That's
gonna have a
okay.
mess.
That's okay.
So we'll make a fun guy clean it all up.
There we go.
Sounds like a plan to me.
All right. So
We eat
Norman?
cleans.
how does this even work, bro?
Oh,
It's
God.
like really falling
listen,
apart.
I told you, man. It's a mess.
This is definitely one to mute the mics on.
Yeah, I'm kind of gonna collect.
You know what's
some-
crazy? This is what it smells like an ice cream
It does.
sandwich.
It actually
Yeah.
does. So that ice cream is like eating chalk. Oh boy, that's not good. All right, so we
Write our names in
we
it.
got a freeze dried ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right, let's get it, fellas. Not too hard.
Here we go. Tastes like a graham cracker.
It's like a s'mores minus
Chocolate.
minus the chocolate, like the Hershey's.
These are actually good. I'll eat these. Yep. This is my favorite one by far. Oh, hey, Grandma. Glad you can make it while I'm eating a freeze-dried ice cream sandwich. What up, Tim?
Hello, folks. Thank you for joining us. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. You guys say something.
The chalk comment's pretty
Pretty accurate?
pretty accurate. 'Cause
Yeah.
there was a point where I thought I wasn't gonna be able to swallow it because it like thickened in my mouth. And I was like, well, that's cement.
That's cement.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Taste, I'm gonna give it a 7.
Dude, I'm going to give about 7. I'm with you
I'm
on
gonna
a
try,
7.
try a
I'm
little
with you.
bit of just the ice cream at once.
There you go.
So I have to go higher because this was better than the peach.
That's true.
So I do give it a 9. That was
Wow.
super good.
A 9. Norman's going to be eating these on the reg.
I'm not gonna lie.
Where'd you get them?
You scoop up a little bit, just a little freeze-dried ice cream pop in your mouth.
Pretty good? Wow.
That alone's an 8.
That's incredible. Jeez.
That was pretty good.
So we so far, our recommendation to you folks watching, if you want to try a freeze-dried food, ice cream sandwich so far.
cream
That's the
sandwich.
way to go.
Yep.
What'd John say?
Stay away from the strawberries.
Heard a crunch, no bueno.
Sorry, listen, John. Everything is crunchy right now. There's not
That's right,
much we
man.
can
There's,
do.
there's not much, especially when you got me up here. No way. Don't stand a chance.
Just get your noodles. You can't crunch on noodles.
I'd probably still crunch it somehow.
I almost, because I don't know what this is yet.
Okay.
I haven't looked at the front.
Okay.
I almost just want to hold, like, just. I don't know, man. This one worries me for some reason. I don't know why.
Fun guy shrugging back there.
Oh, okay. It's not too bad.
No?
Probably. I don't know. You. No,
Oh
it's-
boy.
It's not too bad.
What do we got?
We have rainbow orbits.
Huh.
So from what I can tell, I'll just kind of pour a few out here. It's just kind of like, looks like a freeze-dried Skittles.
Oh, I love Skittles.
These smell amazing.
Yes.
So we got some
I
freeze-dried
think we have to
Skittles.
get like one of each, right?
Yeah, just grab a few, I suppose. Cool.
Yep. Oh, I dropped my Skittle.
Just keep taking it.
Just keep
All
taking
right, so we got freeze-dried Skittles, or as Space Candy calls them, rainbow orbits. Freeze-dried fruity candies.
All right.
So here we go, fellas.
Yep.
1,
Touch
2,
hands.
3.
I was like hit you in the face with flavor. Whoa. But still good. Very good.
There was Skittles cereal. And this is what I imagine it would
Yes.
taste like.
Good call.
This is essentially Skittles cereal.
Nice. Skittle cereal. We need to get some milk.
Some milk.
Milk,
Some.
as I know some people call it.
That's right.
But
I'm gonna give it a 7 too, as well.
yeah, it's just crunchy Skittles.
Yep. It's still delightful.
7.
Eat whether it's
Seven,
crunchy.
I agree.
Nice. 777. Let's go.
There we go.
Perfect number.
There we go.
Yeah, so I want to continue eating it, but the people at home are going to pay dearly if we continue
It's
to eat
true.
these
We're going
things.
to break their ears if we keep eating them. So that was this week's Real Random. Thank you guys so much for being on. Thank you so much for I almost said integrating. That's the wrong word. Interacting. Thank you so much for interacting along with us. So from there, Blake, I'll let you take it from here.
It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the time you've all been waiting for, the opportunity now that you have to enter an answer to a question we're about to ask you, at which point you will be entered into a pool where we draw a random winner and you get the chance to win the prize. You know it. You love it. Put your hands together for Remnant Roulette. So like I said, this is your guys' opportunity to win a prize. So here in just a second, we're going to ask you guys a question. And while we're discussing the question and our answers, drop your answer down in the comments. Fun turn will... My brain got freeze-dried there for a second.
Freeze-dried brain.
I want to try that.
Don't give Austin any ideas.
Yeah.
Don't give Fun Guy any ideas.
Good call.
But fun turn there in the back is going to put your names down into our pool. A name will be drawn randomly, and you have to be on the show at 9:45. That's when we're going to draw the winner.
45.
9:45, we'll announce the winner. You have to be on and say you're here so you can win.
Hello, Gene.
Hello.
If that's your real name.
And I would like to point out something real quick before
Yeah.
we go to the question. Scott said, I had Norman Blake worried about this challenge.
did.
He did. I was part of me was actually scared to come on tonight because of the way Scott played it
He
off.
sold it. He sold
did.
it real well, huh?
Perfectly.
Sold it perfect.
It was dastardly. But yeah.
Bold move,
So,
Cotton.
Cindy says, hi, Willie.
hello? All right, so fun turn. What's our Remnant Roulette question this week?
The Remnant Roulette question this week is, what would your athletic nickname be? Your athlete nickname be?
What would our athlete nickname be? Interesting.
That's right. What would it be?
Good one.
This could go so many ways.
Do I take it funny? Like, or
I say
like
however you want, man.
Surf
right.
flips a lot?
Sir flips a lot.
Surf falls a lot?
Norman Sir Falls a Lot Jackson up to bat.
Norman get hit in the face with the ball, Jackson? I mean,
Normageddon?
ooh,
Normageddon.
I like that one.
That's a really good one.
Because
That's
he ends
solid.
everything one way or another. He's ending it.
It doesn't matter how.
That sounds
it's
amazing.
over.
There you go.
I'm sold.
My first thought, because it's always kind of been, I think, my thought when it comes to me, who I am as an athlete. Ironically, Fun Turn once took a bunch of us guys and put us on an NBA team, like made us in NBA 2K and then put us on a team. And he made my my nickname this, and I was actually like, I feel like this is fairly apt to what I like. It was Mr. Fundamentals.
There's a basketball player,
Oh gosh,
professional. It's one of my favorite basketball players that actually had that.
who was that?
It's Tim Duncan.
Oh,
Tim Duncan, Mr. Fundamentals. Hey, you're tall, just like Timmy.
Yep.
Timmy D.
not quite as tall.
Blakey
but-
C.
Timmy D, Blakey C, we're all the same. Dude. Tim Duncan, if you ever see this, let's be best friends.
That's right. You guys are
Teach
the
me
same
how to
person.
play basketball.
Yeah. Man, Mr. Fundamentals. That's a good one. What would my athlete name be?
It has to be something.
Do you want to know what it was in the game?
Sure.
The Prodigy.
The Prodigy. That's so not true.
I appreciate
so
the
inaccurate.
compliment, but
I'm gonna go
Mr.
with.
Walker.
Wait, who said this?
Scott said Mr. Walker. I think that was for him.
Nice, Mr. Walker.
AJ, throw up a prayer. No.
Throw up a prayer. I like that. I'm cool with that. He's the prayer throwing, hallelujah tossing, wheeling dealing,
Holy
son of a
Spirit
gun.
slinging.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, Aaron, how's it going, man?
What's up, y'all? What's up, Aaron?
So the question is, what would your athlete nickname be? Drop it down in the comments. If you were a famous athlete, what would your nickname be? What would everyone know you as? So we got.
Actually, you know what mine would be? You know what mine would be?
See what Clint just sent me?
You know what mine would be, actually? Mine would be Icy Hot.
Actually, no, that's actually
I'm
fairly-
icy hot. That is my nickname because sometimes I am just cold as ice, can't do anything right, and sometimes I'm hot and nothing can go wrong.
It's actually that's pretty good.
Yep.
I like that.
But my favorite memory of you, though, in sports is having to eat a hot dog while playing volleyball.
I was hot, man.
Hot dog, it makes sense.
That's right.
Runner King.
Runner King, nice. I
Uh,
have, let's see, Ian.
Ian always on the ground. Jackson.
And
Fair.
I have two. Ian. Oh, dude. Ian always on the ground. Jackson.
that's a good
I
one.
love it. I love.
Did we miss any other ones?
I don't think so. Runner King says Aaron. Oops, guy says Willie.
Oops, guy. Yes.
John, in volleyball, the way my right arm folds up to hit the ball, it makes me think of a chicken wing, either hand man or lefty.
Yes, John. Yes.
I love it.
Lefty. I love it. That's amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Jane says, I have no idea, fam. Could you give me one?
Interesting. Cool. Thank you.
Oh, nice. We have the phone.
It has been
Call her Jane.
retrieving.
Just Jane. This is Jane. Jane. I'm trying to think.
I got mine back now.
Nice.
I know. I'm trying to think.
Norm can join us on either on the tube or on the book.
I'm gonna do it on the book.
On the
Go
book.
for
He's
it.
coming on to the book nook here. Y'all got a couple more minutes.
Yep. How about Laffy?
That's not bad.
What did? Oh, Fun Turn says his serious one would be the monster.
Nice.
If he had a serious one.
Oh no. Oh no, what?
Yes. Yes.
And if you had to pick a funny one, it would be the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. Oh my gosh.
Just
Fun guy, he's a sports guy. What do you think Jane Finger's athlete nickname would be?
Any thoughts? Comments? I know it's kind of a tough one.
It's a
is,
tough
'cause
one.
It requires deep thought.
It does.
I'm kind of thinking something.
I would say like underdog
The underdog.
nice.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
because she doesn't look like it, but she's very aggressive. in volleyball,
That is true.
Oh, absolutely.
and she talks a lot of trash.
She does. Jane,
Call her Spitfire. Here we go.
the silent assassin.
Yes. There we go. There you go, Jane. We just gave you several. What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining Real Talk Live. What's up, Fred? Hey, Blake.
Hey, I hopped on so I could share.
We got 11 folks on now. Hey, if you guys get 20 shares on the stream,
20 shares.
If you missed it, our Real Random earlier, we did freeze-dried food, and we did freeze-dried strawberries, which is probably our least favorite one. So if you guys
not good.
get 20 shares on the stream today, I will eat the entire bag before the show's over. So get to sharing. Share the stream. Get folks to share.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome, Jane.
Don't hate me, but Calamity Jane came to mind. That's actually not terrible. I kind of like that. Calamity Jane.
John's a good thinker with this kind of stuff, man. He's so good. at it.
Scott has one for Willie. Willie, this comes from Scott. This is not from us.
Okay, we're the mediators.
Wee Willie Platt.
Hey,
Wee Willie.
I like that. I think he actually said that used to be his nickname when they were racing.
Was it?
I
Wee
think
Willie?
so. I think that is actually a thing they did.
All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for giving us your sports names. Like I said, at 9:45 we'll announce winners, so you got to stick around.
Stick
You
around,
got to
y'all.
be on when we announce winners. All right.
What's
So
up,
you got to be
Alex?
on at 9:45. So
Ian says, "Make my dad eat something spicy."
No.
I don't think we have anything ready, but we could certainly do something.
Yep, that was his nickname at the racetrack.
There you go. Cool. All right. So moving on. I think it's time, AJ.
Yes.
What time is it?
It's time to get to know our guest, Norm. Normality. Everything about Norm. So,
Everything.
Norm, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell people how long you've been going to the Remnant, what you're all about here.
Okay, so my name's Norman. I'm addicted to Jesus.
Hey.
I've been going to the Remnant. I literally lost track.
Price 7, 6,
At
7
least
years.
because our current thing that we went to a few years ago kind of threw everything off. because we always count by softball years. So
Softball years.
so
I wonder who did that.
so I'd probably like 7, 8 maybe.
Yeah.
What's actually really cool is a lot of people don't know this. So when I first started coming here, actually, Fun Guy, he actually was trying to decide on if this being his home church as well. So we got that connection.
That's cool. I actually didn't know that. I did not know that. That's awesome.
I had been part of the church for a couple years before him, and then we were sitting down, we had a meeting with a bunch of us, and we were deciding, and we had to make a decision. This is going to be our church or not.
Nice.
That's
He
really
just
cool.
decided before I did. So I'm on our children's church, our connections team, and then we have a sub little division, the connections care team, where we reach out to members just to make sure that they feel loved. And then I don't know, you call it the media team.
Yeah.
We're running the camera.
Yeah, media team.
I'm on our prayer team. I think that's all the technical teams I'm on, but I just love the Remnant. It's truly a place that feels like home. They have walked a lot of stuff out with me that I don't know if a lot of other churches would. There was a big one maybe a year or two ago. So I don't know if any other church would. So it's a place, everyone says it when they walk in here, like it just feels like home. It feels like family. And to never be looked at differently because of the stuff I've gone through, the stuff I did, and truly be just as loved as when I walked in the door as now. I mean, it's huge.
Yeah, man. Well, thank you so much for being on, Norm. For real, man. It's such an honor to have you on, dude. You're also just a huge fan of Real Talk in general, whether it's live or the web series. So this dude's awesome. Love Norm. So glad to have you on. And one thing I love about you, dude, is you are just a servant, man. Like you serve everywhere, man. You're so willing to do it, and that's one thing honestly, it's one thing I admire about you, man. Is you're just so willing. No matter what it is, if someone asks you, you're doing it. So appreciate you being so willing to just do that, man. Because I don't know, man. I know for you, it can seem. I know you've shared before, like how it can seem like because you do so many things, it can almost feel like you're like, am I seen, dude? You're seen. I'm telling you right now, I see you, man, because you're everywhere, and even quote behind the scenes guys, man, they're just as important. So I love you, dude. Appreciate you being here.
Love you too.
Yeah, dude. And I think, like tacking on to what he said, 'cause I was going to be like, dude, you're one of the guys that at one point or another has been on like everything, like pretty much,
yeah.
like at one point or another. And like, I could probably count the times on one hand, because it wouldn't even take that much. That you've come in and like you're in a bad mood, like
it's true.
You're always coming in smiling, dude, and like you're always willing to be joyful, even when like you said, like sometimes life is hard, but it's cool, dude. And you're one of the people that like I remember when I first started coming, I was like, who's this guy? But then like once you get to know you, dude, like I really appreciate your heart, and like I don't know, and you're always willing to. It feels like you're always willing to follow, like wherever God's leading you. Like it feels like you're one of the guys that's willing to be like, listen, like it is what it is. Like where God's calling me is what He's doing. So it's been cool, dude.
Oh yeah,
Thank you guys.
absolutely, man. So yes, we got a couple of comments already. It says Jane says Maverick says woof to you, Norman.
Woof woof.
Scott says Norm's a good guy. Yep, Norm is the man, says John. So yeah, man, you got people love you, man.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely. So we will continue our get to know segment with a couple of quick fire questions for you, Norm. I know you said you were trying to prepare the best you could for this segment because you weren't sure what I was going to ask you.
Yeah, was it?
So I got a nice looking list here. So
Okay.
let's go with what's the first one? What is your favorite movie or show?
Ooh, okay. Prison Break.
Prison
Favorite
Break
of all
is a good
time.
show,
Nice.
man. Prison Break is solid. I would watch it over again. It's a
The
great
first
show.
season was way better than the second.
Agreed. Definitely agreed. What is one weird thing on your bucket list?
Oh, diving with sharks.
Yes. I should have known that. I should have known that. Would you want to be famous? And if so, what for?
So I would both ways, yes and no.
Okay.
Mostly because I want the money. Just to be honest, you're famous to get money, then you don't have to work. What I want to be famous for?
Yep. What would you be known for, man?
okay, what would I be known for or want to? There's totally two different things. I'd probably be known as like the epic fail guy.
Big fail guy.
YouTube sensation.
YouTube.
Epic fails.
That's so ridiculous.
That's amazing.
Oh, okay. Dude, you threw me off on that one. I didn't expect that. Let's see. What are 3 things you completely believe about God?
That he said it's finished. I'm saved, so like that can't be taken away. Daddy loves me, and he's never gonna let me go.
It's good, man. I love that. It's powerful stuff, man. Hope y'all are listening. Let's see. If you could sit on a park bench with anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
Kobe.
Yeah. I was going to try to beat you too.
Yeah.
Why Kobe?
Dude, his Mamba mentality, like it's just be able to pick his brain too, because I know he copied a lot of his game after MJ.
Yep.
But I mean, there's still some things. There's also a theory out there behind Kobe's death, and you'll have to message me, and I'll tell you separately because I do not want to get real talk censored.
Well done. Way to
Appreciate it.
yeah, way to go around there, man. Way to do some dancing. Let's see. We'll do a couple more. This is the one I think you told me about. What would be your perfect meal?
This is exactly. I still think it has to be like bacon wrap steak. Like,
I'm
if
with you.
I'm gonna go,
wrap
I'm going
steak. I'm
completely
in.
because it's like the last meal, like so you have to go all out.
Mhm.
Gotta have some mac and cheese.
Mac and
Like,
cheese,
and
okay.
the runnier mac and cheese.
Very specific. I love
Hey,
it.
Oh yeah,
good night, Willie. Thanks for joining
Mashed
us. dude.
potatoes.
Love
Love Willie.
gotta have. Now, the Evans of Bob's, their mashed potatoes.
you. I got you.
Those are absolutely fire.
They're solid. I agree.
It's pretty good.
And there's probably some sort of like cheesecake or something for dessert.
There you go. Yes. Norm, you're my favorite. Man. All right, man. I got one more for you. This is this is a challenging one, but I love to ask it. If you had 5 words to tell someone the gospel, what would they be? It's a hard one. It's hard, but it's a good one.
You are loved despite you.
That's good, man. You were loved despite you. That's good.
Dude, I like that.
So many shirt ideas from this segment. Anyways, that was Get to Know Norm. So, love Norman. So glad you're on, dude. Appreciate you being willing to come on and just have me put you through the fire.
Bring it.
Yeah, you did well.
And Willie said up here too before he hopped out. He said Norman has a heart of gold, not found very often. That is true too, dude. Like you're a man that just loves. You love to love people.
Absolutely.
You love to love people, and that's like I think that's part of it. That's not a typical trait you can just find in the populace.
It's
dude.
true.
So,
Thanks, Willie. Love you too, dude.
You are one of a kind for
Absolutely. man.
everything it's worth.
Good and bad.
But yeah, I love you, dude, and I do appreciate you coming on and being willing to do this.
Absolutely. I love real talk.
He does, man.
He does.
He's got
He's-
one of the real one shirts on right now, actually.
The Mart of Wall.
That's right.
What's fun
Got
is
the stamp
actually
of approval.
what's actually fun is walking around the Mart of Wall with this shirt. So I was actually hoping to get looks, and nobody actually said anything. I was kind of
And I
disappointed.
bet you no one even takes the time to look at shirts anymore.
I
They're
know.
probably
It
just
makes me so
they're
sad.
probably in their own little world, just rushing around trying to get whatever they
I
want.
should probably just go like walk around just there for like an hour.
Just go there for no
Just
reason.
film it.
Just film it. Just
And
see
just
it.
like be like obnoxious.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man.
I need to reach that item up there.
Yes.
Have you guys seen the steak? Is it over there, or is it that way?
Do you guys know like what store we're in?
Where am I? Gosh.
Anyways, we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next segment. Block A, what is our next segment?
You guys know it. You guys love it. It's typically controversial at times.
At times,
It's one of my favorite segments. 'cause
it's a good one.
It's a good one. It's time for overrated, underrated.
Over and underrated.
And the tradition continues. I have not looked at this list, so all of the descriptions
I love it.
are,
I really,
are coming on the fly.
it really is one of my favorite
I'm
segments.
gonna make one day. I'm gonna make a compilation of all of these that you've done.
Nice. Let's see. Aaron says Norman's like a Three Musketeers bar, but inside he has a crunch of gold.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Actually, bro, I'm not gonna lie. If I think this is pretty. We need to take a second here and unpack this. The fluffy goodness on the inside with a crunch of gold, covered in just silky milk chocolate on the outside. That is Norman Jackson. Good
gonna be
golly,
like-
that was perfect, Aaron. Thank you.
I don't think I've ever seen you so excited.
You know I love my analogies and stuff like that. Like that was
Analogies, candy, put it
put
together.
it together. I love sweets and I love analogies.
Here you go.
Fun guy has a can for you all.
Oh no, what does that mean?
Can of what? Don't give me
He
that
just
look.
shrugs.
You know what he's talking about.
He just
Oh,
shrugs.
good golly.
I don't like that.
Great.
All right. So, anyways, we're gonna hop into overrated, underrated.
What do we got?
That's a good question. I don't know. Where is it? Is it this
Last
last page? Just gonna try to reveal one at a time here.
All right.
Okay. All right. It's a Thursday night. You're driving around. You stop for gas. You go into the gas station and find yourself a treat. You go and you're walking up and down the aisles. Not candy, not pretzels. You pass through the chips section. And you don't want chips, but there's that shiny blue bag. That shiny blue bag with something a little bit different in it. A little spicy, a nice crisp. You pull it off. How do you guys feel about hot fries?
Underrated. Hot fries are so good, man. I love hot fries.
So I have an absolutely terrible stomach. So I'm actually going to have
Hello,
to go
Brandon.
overrated.
Thanks for joining us, dude.
What's up, B. Randon?
I'm gonna say overrated too. I've never really liked him.
Really?
I think
Hot fries are so good.
I could make an argument for perfectly rated just because they're like, yeah, it's a food.
It's a food.
But-
it's something I can eat.
I could eat it if I wanted to. If I wanted to tear up my mouth with horribly hot things and then cut it
Gene.
open and get even. Anyways,
Make sure you eat some Tums.
Listen, man, hot fries. What I like about them is it keeps that like continued subtle heat, and the taste is good. I love the taste of it.
So what about Takis?
Actually,
the
you know
hot
what's
ones.
crazy? I've never had Takis.
Taki's severely overrated. Anyways,
Ooh, severely.
let's see.
He went with severe.
Allie says underrated. Jane says overrated. Not a spicy food person. Makes sense. John, overrated, but always good.
Why is it overrated,
Emphasis.
John?
Yeah.
If it's always
Emphasis.
good, why is it overrated?
Brandon says hard pass on the hot fries. Hard pass. AJ, Taco Bell said they have a new spicy sauce. It said it's like a hot honey mustard.
What'd you just say to me? Yeah, actually, Alex, that's really thank you for telling me. Brandon got a hold of me and he let me know too.
People know you, man. They go hot honey, huh? Hot honey mustard. AJ needs to know.
That's right. He needs to know what's up.
I
And
can't
it's
remember
Taco
the
Bell.
exact name of it. I think it's like the hot 3 pepper from the Pirate Restaurant. Brandon actually got me hooked on this.
I think I know what you're talking
The
about.
pirate restaurant.
Pirate Restaurant. Yes. What's a pirate say?
Oh, I mean it's a stretch, but sure, man.
I have
I
to.
mean, you could have gone with like the cowboy hat,
No.
or it's literally a cowboy hat. And you said
It
pirate.
just,
Anyways,
it just
all
hit
right,
me what it is. I just figured it out.
describing restaurants poorly, overrated.
Underrated.
Anyways, all right, we'll move on. You should try the guacamole Takis.
Oh, interesting.
That sounds even worse.
I don't like guac.
AJ,
Yes.
did you try the yellow bird fries?
No. According to Funturn, they are not out yet.
All right, we have
I think that was the longest one for me.
we have number 2.
Number 2, what is it?
You're trying to make plans for the weekend
Okay.
because everybody knows everyone's just working for the weekend,
Someone get-
and so you got to get a hold of everyone. Got to get the crew together.
Yeah.
Got to make sure you're all on the same page.
Yeah.
Going to the same places, showing up at the same times.
Yeah.
But it all gets so confusing. Calling people back and forth, trying to make plans, it's exhausting. So what do? You put them all together. How do you guys feel about group text?
Oh, jeez.
Group texts. Man, I'm so back and forth on group texts.
I'm going to say overrated because I think it gives me more anxiety about who's not responding versus.
Over who is?
Yes.
Honestly, I'm going to say underrated, man. I think I actually enjoy group text. I think that the way Blake explained it, like, yeah, it's everyone's together. You can get answers fairly quickly, usually. So I'm I'm going to go with underrated. Nice. Gene,
I'm gonna
right.
say underrated because, as you all know, I also am infamous around here for not responding to things. So when there's
Yes.
like 5 people in group text, they can be like, "Yo," and I'm like, yeah, I forgot." But I'm gonna say underrated because the convenience of being able to talk to multiple people at once.
Oh yeah, with one message. It's amazing.
Okay, so this is where I want to take a bus over Blake. What about Slack then, Blake?
What about Slack?
You don't always respond to Slack.
I don't always respond to anything, Norman. Slack.
Slack's a group text.
Yeah, Slack it in a way is group text. You right? Oh no!
By that logic, isn't Facebook a group text because you post it and people see it?
It's not a message.
It's a what? So what is it?
Something entirely different.
So what is Facebook?
I wouldn't consider Slack a group text. I would consider it a group messaging service.
A group messaging service.
With the word message in it. Facebook, you post.
Come on, man.
Slack, you send
Anyways,
messages.
it's a
it
GMS.
says direct message.
Okay. Let's see. Brandon said you also could have just said the restaurant. No free ads.
No free
If
ads.
they ain't
man.
gonna pay us, we ain't saying the name unless it's to talk about them poorly. I'm kidding. That's not true. And then Brandon said he lied. They started today. Fun turn. Watch your LTO videos.
For the record,
Inside info. I love it.
I don't use group text a lot, so I'm in the middle. It's underrated. I think that it makes things much faster that way. Overrated. I don't do group text. Underrated, says Alex. Gosh, my mouse
Yeah,
is-
I'm with y'all. Underrated. What's up, Ryan? How you doing, man?
Hello. Alex
Jackie,
is
what's up?
underrated and overrated. Going back, Jane says poorly explained restaurant sounds like a fun party game.
It does sound like a fun party game.
I'll try to work on it.
There we go.
All right.
We
So
got the normality on the case.
moving on.
Number 3.
Number 3
Oh boy.
for the record.
I think that's like the longest first 2 questions on a real random.
That's fair.
We're chopping it up. We're chopping it up real nice. Getting dicey.
I like it. Let's get dicey. It's a new shirt.
You're sitting at home. You're bored.
Okay.
Your pup's sitting in your lap.
All right. Doggo.
TV goes out.
Mhm.
Electricity goes out. There's nothing to do. Your phone dies because the electricity's been out. So what are you supposed to do now to entertain yourself? You got a dog,
Panic.
and then you see it. It's from the fair from 5 years ago. From a
Okay.
random gas station purchase, even. Random purchase that you're like, this is
5
cool, and
years
then you
ago.
never used it.
Okay.
You open it up. Almost looks like a pen. Typically, they come on a keychain. There's a button on it. You click it, a little red dot comes out of it. You found yourself a laser pointer. How do you guys feel about making your dog chase a laser?
Severely underrated. I have never seen a dog as ballistic as ours go. And it was the greatest thing in the world.
So you've actually done it with
Yes.
your dog. I love that.
Our
to be
big one?
This is an American pastime right here.
You've seen our big one.
American pastimes.
the big
Baseball.
pit we
apple
have?
pie. Dogs
Oh, yeah,
chasing
Yeah,
lasers.
he was going for it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, man, I'm gonna say underrated. It's hilarious watching a dog chase a laser. It's hilarious. They just lose their
agree.
minds, and then when you just turn it off like mid thing, and they're just,
It's better than a cat chasing a
Agreed.
lizard.
Because a cat eventually gets bored of it. It's like, you're an idiot, I'm done.
Yep.
I don't know if I've ever seen a dog get tired of
They
it.
don't. They don't get tired of it. They're just like laser. What?
Let's see. Jason says, group texts are overrated. I hate it because stuff gets buried.
That's true,
too.
Jay.
John says underrated. The best do-it-yourself playtime. Absolutely. Like I said, when I think of America and America's pastimes, I think of 3 things:
Yep.
baseball,
Baseball,
American apple pie,
apple pie.
making a dog chase a laser.
It's right up there.
That's right,
I
man.
was waiting for him
America.
to say it first.
America. I have not tried it with my dog, but I fear that my house would be destroyed. That is true. If you have a small house and a large dog,
It
may
can
not
go
be
poorly.
may not be a great idea, but
It's true.
It would be a great idea for the rest of us, but not
true.
for that
Not for
person.
you.
but hey, so we got 2 more overrated underrateds, but stick around. Here in about 15, 20 minutes, we're going to announce a Remnant Roulette winner, and we're about ready to start answering some questions.
That's right.
We got questions from you guys to answer, so
That's right.
stick around. But I'm headed to bed. Prayers to you all for a safe night, and God bless. Hey, thanks.
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, Scott. Have a good night, brother.
Love you, man.
Hey, hope to see you Saturday, Scott.
Boom. All right, what do we got? Number 4. Overrated, underrated.
Number 4, overrated, underrated. In today's world, today's society,
Okay.
gaming is changing. The way we live our lives is changing. To the point that we can immerse ourselves in a world that is completely interactable, completely changeable, and it's almost like we're there. And it started so simple. A phone in a simple little box that you put in front of your eyes and you feel like you're riding a roller coaster.
Yep.
Now there's full rooms that you can interact with other people, obstacles. How do you guys feel about virtual reality?
It is. This is a hard one because, okay, I'm going to say underrated because it's fun and it's very fun, but it's overrated in the sense that it's absolutely terrifying. And with the advancement of our technology, and especially in video games, virtual reality, and how insane it's getting, we're about to live in the Matrix.
Sounds amazing to me.
Norman's like, I'm in.
So I would say underrated but overpriced.
Interesting.
Nice. Good argument.
I remember there's one time that we had one upstairs here at the church, and I was playing it, and then it was some scary one and had a little baby involved. Do you remember this, Blake?
I'm
Yes.
aware of this because I also nearly
And so I will let you know
terror.
the
But
most
anyways,
manly, and by manly I don't mean manly, but I'm gonna say manly sound came out of my mouth, and I'm like, I prepared for. I'm like, okay, it's not gonna be scary. Yeah,
It was terrifying.
Yes, it was.
What about you, Block A? What do you think?
the interesting part is if you would have asked me this a week ago, I probably would have answered underrated. However, we have recently been playing through a certain game about androids and artificial intelligence.
Oh yeah, it's pretty cool.
And once virtual reality hits a certain thing, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump until all that's completely true and real.
Oh yeah,
Because
absolutely.
AI is already horrifying, but virtual reality is, it's almost scarier in a sense. I think in a lot of ways. I'm gonna say it's overrated. I think it is. I think it's just another way that people are trying to control us. By the people, I mean the man.
The head of the table.
No. I don't know about that, man. But let's see. John says both had a bad experience with VR playing Resident Evil 7. Almost hurt myself. It was terrible.
Oh
That
man,
makes sense.
Yep.
See, and yeah.
See, that's one of those games though, because I really don't like watching somebody play a game, and like just watching them, actually playing. But that's one that I can, especially if it's scary, because I'm just waiting for some
Oh,
jump
dude.
scare to laugh at them.
I'm not a huge horror guy. Like I'm not. I've started to learn to love it to the point that now that when we watch horror things, it makes me sleepy because that's become like a routine. So we're like, hey, it's time to go to bed. Let's put on some scary stuff, and I'm like, and I'm out. But I'm not a big. I'm not a horror guy, man. I'm actually very easily scared. It's just he's seen it. A lot of times when I get scared,
it reminds me of the roller coaster game.
externally,
Got to hear about this.
Externally, I don't show fear a lot of times, but internally, I die. Because he's got me before. Like he's like jump scared me or like like we've turned a corner at the same time, and he's seen the look of mine. Because I just go, but that's it. Because I don't like
Yep.
I don't like scream typically or like anything, but my heart I feel it stop beating. Like it just goes.
I gotta
But-
record this sometime, like when you know you're going to. I want to see this.
Well, a lot of time it's not even intentional.
Well,
It's ju-
there's
yeah,
times
it's
to do it
just
intentionally. Though.
He's
That's what's going on.
Norm's like, come on.
Just do it. Just plan it on purpose.
And interesting.
Oh boy.
we're moving on to the last one.
Okay.
It's a big thing, especially when you first turn 18. I remember my parents bought me some of these. Various people bought them for me on my 18th birthday. Because it's kind of, when you start to become an adult, they're from anywhere from $1 to $10, $20, $50.
Okay.
You can win a lot of money. You can also lose a lot of money. But the excitement of buying them, taking your quarter and just getting the silvery dust all over yourself to see if you won a few bucks. How do you guys feel about lotto scratch-offs?
Lotto scratch-offs. Underrated.
Overrated. No. Oh,
Underrated. I love
overrated.
it.
I want to go overrated. So for everyone out there, here's a thought for you guys.
Uh-huh.
Okay, if you want to actually buy one of those lottery tickets, instead you could give the money to me and take the chance that I give you more money or less money or no money. It's the same thing, but it's just going to a better cause.
I'm actually in on this. If you guys would want to play the lotto, just give me like $5 and I will.
I don't think this is the same.
It is. You have the chance.
I will roll a die for you.
Some of my favorite memories includes lotto scratch-offs. My friends and I, we used to take like $10. We'd all have $10, right? And we just go in and all buy like 10 $1 ones, and we just see how long we could last, see how many rounds we could go until we either made more or just
We just dropped.
lost it all. It was fun. Sat in the gas station for an hour and a half.
I could see that.
Super excited. Get down to your last one. Win $5 again. Go, yeah!
I'm gonna play 5 more.
You experience all those emotions like
It's the emotional
Yeah,
high and
yeah,
emotional lows.
Yeah, man.
That's what we're chasing.
That's right, man. It was such a temporary, it was a roller coaster.
anxiety filled.
Yeah. No, the only reason why I'd be anxiety filled is like, this is my last $10. No, that would be anxiety filled.
If I don't win at least my $10 back, I don't eat this week. Overrated. John says overrated. Never played, never will. I'd rather trade stuff for half price. Nice.
Yeah, price, nice.
Underrated. I think they're so much fun.
Nice, I'm
No.
with you, Alex.
I know that more people. This feels like it's more of a cult, like one of those cult following things.
Yeah.
Like when people are either in or you're not. Is the pull tabs.
I've actually never
Pull
played
tab
pull
ticket.
tabs.
I've played a couple of times.
I've done it one time.
Yep. Oh,
Yep,
Emma, I
never
was thinking
played.
of the roller coaster game. Yeah, exactly. It's horrifying. The angering thing about that game is I got like 98% of the way through it before I started to be like I can't do this anymore. Like I went through the hard like game aspect parts, through the scariest parts of the game of a VR game. It was like a horror roller coaster. I was like, guys, I just can't do it anymore. And so I stepped out, and then I forget. I think it might have been Jason. I think Jason stepped in.
It was either him or Grant. Don't
Him
remember.
or Grant.
Yeah.
And like 2 minutes, the game was over.
It's true.
I was so upset. But yes, so yeah, a lot of scratch offs. I think they're overrated. Mm-hmm. Just give me $5 and I will roll some dice and tell you what you win.
Because it's the same, but it's going
Same
to
odds.
same odds.
Same odds.
Because you don't know how much money like that could be in my pocket. Could
Well,
I could have secretly went famous for the epic fails.
But
that's right. So I was like, I got a lot.
anyways,
All right, man.
cool. That was overrated. Gosh dang it. Happened again. But that was overrated, underrated. Like we said, here in about 8 minutes or so, we're going to announce Remnant Roulette winners. So you want to make sure you're on for that.
Make sure you're
you
on,
have to be
y'all.
on because you have about 2 minutes once we announce it. But I think it's time we move on.
That's right. We're going to move on to the questions of the show. So we have a few. I should have done this ahead of time. I'm going to check our anonymous link real quick to see if you guys have pushed. Have you guys pushed anything? What does that even mean? If you posted anything in there.
That's right. And our anonymous link, once again, is www.theremnant.life/real-talk.
There it is.
You can drop anything in there. We can't find you. We don't know who submitted it unless you put your name. We would have no idea.
That's
But
right.
You follow that link, put that in there, and the questions are dropped in instantaneously, anonymously, and instantly.
There it is.
That's
All right. So with that being said,
no anonymous questions?
no anonymous questions.
All
We'll
right.
move on to some that we have
Jane
prepared beforehand.
Jane did just drop a question in.
Oh.
What socks are you guys wearing? AJ?
Listen,
Yes, AJ.
Norm tried to tell me to wear cool socks. Honestly, man, I don't really have cool socks anymore. All my cool socks have disappeared over the years, so I just have your basic black Hanes. Low cut.
This
Low
is-
cut.
It's actually very, very sad he didn't.
I know.
I forewarned him too.
did.
So I could not find any clean matching socks. So I went to the
So are these dirty or are they
No,
not matching?
No, I went to the Mart
Okay.
of Wall
You went to
and
you went to Mart
specifically
Wall.
bought socks because I did not want to be
It's cheating.
that
okay.
guy. Well, is
wanna
it
be that
cheating
guy.
or is it using my resources?
Anyways, okay, so
So I actually have Space Jam socks. It's got
Nice.
Bugs Bunny with
pretty
a basketball on it.
nice.
Old Space Jam. Gene goes, oh no.
I pulled out some special ones, showed them to Norman before the show started.
Mm-hmm.
But I got some. They're blue socks, and they got different colored Mandalorian helmets with some of the Mandalorian logo. The little like what creature is that? Is Fun Guy in here? He's not in here. He let me down. I don't remember which one that is, but it's got like it's the Mandalorian logo of like the creature skull.
Yeah.
But they're blue with different color stuff on them. I think they're pretty cool.
I liked them
So
Nice.
cool.
better than plain
Right.
socks.
I think we actually had another question farther up in the
Did we?
chat somewhere. I think. I could be crazy, but I thought I saw one earlier. I thought.
Ian just texted me, "Give me the socks."
Give me the socks. Nice try, Ian.
Maybe I'm crazy. I thought it was Aaron. I thought Aaron asked us a question. Maybe.
Aaron, did you ask a question?
Yeah, Aaron, if you're here, did you ask us a question? I think it was something about worship music.
Oh, I think he. I don't think we can go up far enough, but I think
Okay.
he said something about one of his favorite songs. It was in reference to something we were talking.
Oh,
about.
gotcha.
So proud of you, Norman. Can I see them? Please show them to us. It's a stretch.
It is
it
a
is a
stretch.
stretch.
I have been working out, a couple times a week.
I can
So we're
take
go-
it off and show
we're-
it to you.
we're
but
gonna
that's
try
gonna-
this.
Oh gosh! All right,
All right, Norm.
let's see it. Normageddon coming through
I got it up
with
there.
the hiking boots. Those are pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. Those got Bugs Bunny
Bugs Bunny and the
with the
basketball.
basketball.
Nice.
Nice. Well
Well
done.
done.
That's what 2 weeks at the gym works.
Anyways. So, all right. So we can hop into some questions now.
All right, y'all. So we'll do number 3. How is Christianity credible when it's full of hypocrites and evildoers?
Because Christianity and following Jesus is not dependent on the people that claim to follow.
That's good, man. You're right.
It is the story of the love of God for us. And when I say story, I don't mean like fairy tale story.
Yeah.
I mean like it is the series of events that has led from God's creation of us to the fall, us needing a savior, to Jesus coming, to him dying, living again so we can be saved. And it's credible because there are resources outside of even the Bible that prove that the events in it happened. Like Jesus was a real man. That's fact. There is proof that he died. There's proof that he was risen. There's proof that when he died on the cross, crazy things happened. There's proof of everything in the Bible. Even by people that aren't Christians, and
Oh, yeah.
and by proving that Jesus is who he said he was, it decreditizes. I don't think that's the right word, but close enough. It decredits other religions and other types of things. So it's 100% credible. And if you want to get into semantics, one of my favorite things, Todd talked about this in a foundations class, and it kind of was like, and I talk about it a lot, but if you take the various works that we as humans use to teach even our kids in schools and stuff, the works of Aristotle, Aesop, all these things that like we use, Homer and the Iliad, the Odyssey, right?
Yep.
Like all these stories that we use to teach, and you look at the number of the publications of it,
Yeah.
basically, right? Like the number of times it was produced, and how long of a gap it was from the original to when we started making copies. Like the gap's hundreds of years, and there's like a few thousand copies of the original, right? Like a few thousand copies of the original of various things. of, like I said, the Odyssey, the Iliad, Aesop, and all these things. There's a few thousand copies of the originals, and it's like 100 years apart, right? Hundreds of years.
Yeah.
When you look at the Bible, the amount of copies is in like the tens and 20s of thousands, right? And the amount of time from the original to when we started producing copies is like less than 100 years.
Man,
Now,
that's insane.
I don't exactly quote those numbers. Those aren't exact numbers. I could get those for you. I have them somewhere. I actually have them saved somewhere. But that is that is true.
Yep.
And so there is a credibility to the Bible. And there's even a book of the Bible that was lost for thousands of years, and they found the original the original scroll. This happened within the last 20 years. And when they found the original scroll, right, and they compared it, so this is the original scroll that was written thousands of years ago, to the most recent version of the Bible, and they compared it, right, there was like 17 differences in the entire book. Wow. And the differences, it was like the being spelled with 2 E's. It was character differences. It wasn't like words being changed or sentences. It was, they put a comma here where we don't use a comma now.
Punctuation.
Punctuation differences, spelling words, the being spelled with 2 E's instead of 1 E.
That's wild, man.
There was like 17 differences, and that's so there is credibility.
Amazing.
And like I said at the beginning, at the end of the day, Christianity is not about the people. It is not about us. It's not about how much we mess up, right? If you're looking to become a Christian because of the people, you're not going to find it. You're not going to find Jesus. Christianity is about a relationship between you and God, and how Jesus died to bridge the gap and form that relationship.
Amen, dude. I don't got nothing to add, man. You killed it.
I would say, how do we know it's credible? Because truth is truth, regardless if we believe it or not. There's so many examples of, like Blake was saying, about proving the existence. And I don't know the exact numbers as well, but the Bible actually has the most historical books that are backing it up. And then the next closest, I can't remember exactly. It was like the Farmer's Almanac.
Yeah, that's true. The Bible is not a book of stories. It's a historical document. It's God's words to us. And this is a history book as much as it is a teaching for us. So
well done, my friend.
Thank you.
I just had a thought. Do you think as well if there's so much animosity caused by it, that there has to be something to it?
That's true too. If it wasn't true, the enemy wouldn't try to
tear it down. Yeah, absolutely. Wouldn't try to disrupt it, corrupt it. Yeah, 100%.
That's good too.
Definitely a good point, Norm.
Yeah. And John said, "Remember, the example to follow is Jesus, not his followers." Yeah.
That's right, man.
If you're looking to follow one of us, that ain't gonna be good.
Nah. Nope.
We're not Jesus. We're trying to follow Jesus, and so don't focus on the people, because that's the side of Christianity. Is like, we need Jesus because we're not him.
That's right.
We need Jesus because we're not perfect, because we are, forget what words they use, because we are hypocritical and we are evil in our flesh.
Absolutely.
We are. And that's why we need Jesus. So yeah, it's credible because it's not about us. Jesus was a perfect man, and that's what it's about. So
it's good, man.
Using the word evildoer as well. So if there is evil, there has to be something opposite of evil, and which is good. Well, where did good come from?
It's God, man.
It's an ideal, if you want to say it's an ideal. Good is not ideal. Where did that idea come from? It had to come from somebody or something.
yeah,
That's right.
that's good, man.
Cool.
I think Jane had a question for us up here.
Okay.
If you were an ice cream, what flavor would you be?
Ice cream flavor. What would I be?
It's interesting because my thought was like, what flavor of ice cream do I like? But that's not what she asked.
Well, it depends. If you are what you eat, then you would be that.
If that's the case, man, I'm just like sweet and sour sauce from McDonald's or something. That's my ice cream flavor.
What?
I think I killed
You've
Blake.
actually seen that?
Let's see. No, if we're going to actual ice cream flavors, I'm going to say like
You seen him eat that?
Sweet and sour sauce?
Almondnuts ice cream?
Oh no, not on his. It's just that's what he's for.
Oh,
He-
I was
he
gonna say
are
like
what
he
you
ate
eat,
it
so
on
he
his
is-
ice cream.
No, 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 no.
That
no.
sounds like gross.
Alex said I'd be vanilla because I'm so white.
That's so hilarious, Alex. Rocky Road.
It's good.
I think I'd be Rocky Road.
It's deep.
Why do you think I said it?
That's cheating.
Yeah.
If I am what I eat, I'd be chocolate chip cookie dough without the actual chocolate sauce because I don't like chocolate. If I think I'd be Neapolitan, 'cause something different, possibility of something different each bite.
It's a good selling
Well-
point, man.
Little bit for everyone.
There you go.
There you go.
Just take a scoop. See what you
Yeah,
get.
if it's you are what you eat, mine's probably a strawberry ice cream with like actual strawberries in it. Like, oh gosh, I don't know. I love cookie dough and caramel. I don't know.
Tough
man.
question
It's,
for
it's
Blake. This is very pressing on his heart.
this trying to make me choose between sweets is like trying to make me choose like a parent choose between their favorite children.
Don't look at me.
But I don't know if it was who I am, I would probably say I'm like a vanilla with like some nuts and a little bit of like so you know like the chocolate swirl ice cream where there's
Yes.
like stuff swirled in it. That's probably what I would be.
Nice. I like that.
Now, I'll tell you, one really good ice cream is from the restaurant that just came to Columbia City recently.
Oh, yeah.
You get the frozen custard with strawberries and brownie pieces. It is phenomenal.
Anyways, so
Hey, it is time to announce our Remnant Roulette winner. So, Block 8, take it away.
you got to be on. You got 2 minutes to
minutes?
say you're here.
minutes.
So you have until 9:51. Our first winner is John
John.
Weininger.
No tagging.
Mr. Hands. The
No, chicken wing or lefty.
or lefty. That's what it was. Yeah.
Lefty.
Lefty. If you're here, John, say you're here so we can go ahead and give you a prize. Even if you've already commented, you got to say you're here now.
Where you at, John?
Oh boy, he just said I concur.
Oh, is he going to say something
Is
else
he
other
gonna
than that?
say he's here?
Come on, John.
Come on, Johnny boy.
We'll accept it. John, you won. You won, my guy. So
Congratulations, John.
a certain man by the name of Austin will be in contact with you, and or we'll get it to you when we see it.
That's
But
right.
He said the magical words
Congratulations.
too.
I am here. Good job. Thank you, John.
Well done, John.
Thank you so much for watching, John, and for commenting and staying engaged.
Yeah, thanks, man.
And
Appreciate
because
you,
of
dude.
that, we get to love you with a prize.
That's right.
Cool.
All right.
All right.
Congrats, John. Moving on to our next question.
Our
Blake,
next
you can,
one?
you can pick between one or two.
Oh boy.
2.
2. Okay.
I don't even look.
All right. We're gonna do question number 2. How do you keep your eyes fixed on God in dark days?
Also, before I answer the question, just wanted to, in case you guys hadn't noticed, which I'm sure you have because it's a completely different looking screen, we have a different question
That's
screen
right.
now. So you get to see our faces, but you also get to see the question. It's a pretty cool looking thing. And you can see you can submit your question anonymously at www.theremnant.live/real-talk. That is www.theremnant.live/real-talk. Boom.
It's like a
There it is.
Can you say that one time slower?
www.theremnant.live/real-talk. There it is. So, how do you keep your eyes fixed on God in dark days? Listen, man. This is a hard question for me, man, because I've kind of been on hard times lately. So I can relate. I would say you have to be willing to cling to truth. You have to be willing to cling to what the Bible says. And if you're not willing to do that, you're going to succumb to how you feel. You're going to succumb to the enemy. You're going to believe in the lies he's telling you. So when it comes to dark days, how do you keep your eyes fixed on God? You got to believe in what he tells you, who you are, and what he's done for you. You got to be willing to stick to his promises, even if you don't see him, even if you don't feel like they are true. You got to remember that because you are his, there will be ones who hate you. You have to remember that there's an enemy prowling around like a lion, waiting to devour you at any moment. So you need to stay. He's waiting for you to be isolated by yourself. Surround yourself with people that you love and that love you. So they can encourage you in the days that you are down in the dumps. They can pick you back up. and just be honest. That's one thing I'm trying to work on is be honest with, not even with others, but also with yourself. Be honest with yourself. That's one thing I'm trying to work on is, I tend to have a hard time grasping how I'm really feeling. So like, be honest with yourself. If you're having a hard time right now, really actually try to think about what's going on, why you're feeling the way you are, and then have those conversations. Don't keep it to yourself. So that's what I got for that.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add. The big thing that I was going to say, which you talked about, was just be in the Word, because that's how God talks to us.
That's right, man.
Pray and be in the Word, and use that to help focus you. And if you're not sure what to read, ask someone, or just read. Even when you don't know what to read, just open it and just read. Because if you can't take something from nearly every page of the Bible, like you're not trying. Like you're not trying to learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
For me, the most recent thing that I've been doing when I'm having a bad day is listening to the song "I'm So Blessed." The line about even on my worst days, I'm still a child of God. That really helps me because I know that no matter what I go through, no matter what happens to me that day, that my salvation's secure, and He loves me, and then He's not going to let me go. He's not going to let me fail. And then instantly, like for me, like that just puts me in a whole different mindset. There's sometimes I have to listen to it 2-3 times in a row, but finding something positive to fill into that negative, because if you still just keep thinking about the negative, it's gonna be harder to come out of that mindset.
It's good, man.
it's good, man.
Absolutely.
Which is kind of what John said too. He said, choose joy.
That's
choose,
right.
Choose to see the good and then live out of it. He also says, "Hey Norm, I heard what you called me. I'm looking for you."
See, John,
I'm looking for
glad you
you.
caught that.
We're gonna have a knock on the door in a few minutes.
He's just gonna come barging in.
Mid-show. All right, cool. We'll move on to the next one we got. Let's see.
One more.
Yep. What's the scariest thing you've ever been a part of?
Oh boy, scariest thing I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
The scariest, I think one of the scariest, a couple come to mind. Okay. Two of them are fairly similar. One is when I was younger. I was probably like 15. And this will lead into one of the others. I remember my family, we had all gone out for dinner. And we came back and the doors to the house were open.
That's terrifying. That is scary.
And we thought we heard voices in the house. So my dad was going through the house clearing it out, and like he basically told me to stay with the rest, like my mom and siblings, and like make sure they were okay.
Yeah.
And I remember because I was looking around for like a weapon, because I was like, if someone comes in, like I gotta have something. The only thing I could find was an arrow. It was
So you just had an arrow.
I just had an arrow, and I was like, if they come in, I guess I'm just gonna jab their eye out or something. Which also leads me to when we, the night that we were broken in on.
Oh yeah.
That was one of those moments that like.
Yeah.
Definitely scared for you, AJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was terrifying.
It was scary for me because of how calm some people were.
That's right, man.
Calm or asleep?
Same thing. But the night that that guy broke into our apartment, because there was a lot of stuff running through my head of like what could possibly happen, what that might be. Man, I don't know. There was a moment where I was hunting that my dad and I knew we got attacked by like a mountain lion or bobcat or something.
That's
like,
wild.
We still don't know what it was because it was so dark, but just this big, massive ball of fur came flying out of a tree and started like snarling, and it was crazy.
Man, dude.
Any time Fun Guy looks at us with that look in his eye,
That's
like
fair.
we're about to die, like because of the heat or how disgusting something is.
Oh boy. That's nice, man. So yeah, you've had plenty of scary experiences.
Sure, there's more too. Hell yeah, falling out of a boat while I was fishing in a fishing tournament in the middle of the lake once.
Jeez.
Flying across the lake right before a storm hits and you're getting struck by lightning.
I didn't know that one.
I forgot about it.
He's like, I just got to think, man.
I didn't realize how horrifying a lot of moments in my life have been.
Yeah, no kidding.
Anyways.
I would say for me, the scariest is when I actually almost died drowning. I can't even remember how old I was, but I didn't know how to swim. And then we were with some family friends at Channel Lakes in Albion. And so they're off in the distance. And I'm starting to walk out there, and I'm like, I'm feeling confident I can get to my mom, and my mom's probably no more from me to you.
Yeah.
And I felt my drop off where I couldn't touch anymore, and so I'm sitting there like splashing, water's in my in my mouth. I'm trying to yell for a lifeguard, everything, and I probably had to be less than 10. And I literally remember thinking, if I go under, I'm going to die. Like that thought went through my mind, and I instantly, like the last time I went down, I'm like, dude, I went lifeless. Like I felt everything leave me. And then my mom had picked me up just in time, and she said she didn't see any eyeballs. She just saw white in my eyes. That was it.
That's scary, man.
And then so I processed that part. The funny part about this is now the fact of, so my mom carried me out to where I could, the water's probably like just knee deep.
Yeah.
It made me walk the rest of the way up to the beach.
So you
So I was
were
thinking
you're
about that
fine.
the other day, and I'm like, I never processed that part. Like, Mom, why'd you do that?
So I do want to ask though, that's a fear you've kind of
I've
over?
not.
Oh, you're still
No.
not.
So
then
like,
how-
if you're
why-
at the dunes, like if you see it, I don't go that far out.
So then why do you want to swim with sharks?
I don't know, because they're sharks.
He's like, sharks
See,
are cool, but
if
water's
you're
not.
in a cage, it's more contained.
He wants land sharks.
So there you go.
Land
So
sharks.
if you're in a cage, though, it's contained. Like, you don't have to worry. But there's also some fears to that as well if you
Okay.
watch certain videos.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just curious because I
Yeah,
don't-
what
yeah.
an interesting thing that you love sharks, but you're terrified
Yep,
of water.
terrified. And I actually wanted to be an oceanographer.
Huh?
that's
Yes,
That's hard to do when you're scared of water.
absolutely. Trust me, it makes no sense.
so, and now you sell roofing because it's the high.
Yeah, exactly. But what's funny is I don't like heights.
This is all making
So
sense.
you don't.
I won't.
That's why
get-
you sell the roofing.
Yes,
You don't.
I
put
don't
it
actually.
on-
I got up there one time to help, and my body literally shut down. I couldn't move. Like they had to help me onto the ladder because my body completely shut down.
Man, dude.
That-
So I have to be on like ground level. That's it.
yeah, you're like flat land.
Flat land.
That's what I want.
Yep.
Cool.
The only incline I'll do is on the treadmill.
That's a one.
That's a one.
Anyway,
That's a one.
Hey, I fall giving high fives, so I can't get up
you,
too high.
that's true. AJ,
Man, I don't know, man. I was sitting there trying to think about it. So we had a lady come here one time. I'll keep it brief. Yeah, we had a lady kind of come here one time, like pretty late at night. And she was definitely like weird. I guess to try to keep it. I don't know. Sometimes I always feel weird talking about
Different.
quote whatever. It's paranormal stuff.
Yes.
Yeah. So like I always feel weird talking about paranormal stuff because I know like people like can like think Oprah, whatever that means. Over like hyper spiritualizing stuff, whatever. But like we think that something was up with her, like whether she was like possessed or like something was weird with this lady, and so we just had some interactions with her, and it was pretty scary, man. So scary, I left to get food in the middle of it.
There's a theory to this. There's a common theme. Yes.
So yeah, that time I'll keep it kind of brief. Like I know that we had some interactions with her, and it was scary, man. So that's one, and she kind of stayed outside in the parking lot for like 45 minutes, an hour, and like she, the reason why it felt so creepy and so crazy is because like we would say things inside the church in certain words, she'd look back at us from outside. And I was like, that's insane. Like that's like it gives me goosebumps just thinking about it. So that's one thing. That was one of the scariest things I've ever seen. When I was a kid, probably one of the scariest things. Frogs. I got a couple actually. No, frogs are scary. One of them was climbing up in a fire tower, like at the very top of one. That was scary because like I actually don't mind heights, but they make me really dizzy. So like I got up there and was like, ooh.
Like one of the water towers.
Like fire towers, like
jeez.
camping. So like go in the middle of the woods and they got those giant towers. So like when you're up there, you can feel it going.
Nope.
So that was pretty scary. But another one was actually when I was playing in a jungle gym one time. I was jumping up and down on one of the tiles and it broke through and I fell through and it got caught in my neck and my brother had to come save me.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was wild. So yeah, that's just a few. There's probably some more, but those are just a few.
Dude, you just made me think, like, Now it's another story with my mom, which is even more funny.
Oh no.
So I had my head out the window. I don't know. I was probably yelling at like somebody or whatever. And so she actually rolled out the window, not knowing my head was in there, paying attention, and literally just felt like it kept pushing and pushing and pushing on my neck.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's terrifying.
Yes.
Were you panicking?
Yo, yeah. I was like sitting here like trying to hit back at her like,
Jeez.
yep.
Oh man.
Reminds me of the time my mother nearly broke my arm in the middle of the night.
Oh, you told me this.
So when I was in high school and I would come home later at night, they'd want me to wake them up so they knew I was home safe. I need to make sure I made it home on time, right? So my parents were asleep, and I went in and I was like, Mom, and I became like shaking. I was like, Mom, and she finally woke up, looks up at me, grabs my arm, and then like twists it. So I'm like this.
Oh,
I'm like,
jeez.
"Ah." She's like, she's continuing to wrench. I'm like, Mom, it's me, hit me. And then she finally wakes up. She goes, oh, have a good night. Back over. But like it was like full like here, and she continued.
Wow.
Dude, it was. But anyways, so
You know, I was actually here for part of that, your story. I actually, last time someone said that, I was like, wait, I actually was there for that. So I was here for the first part because she was here.
Oh, that's
And
right.
I-
She was here twice.
Yes.
That's right.
Because when I was here, I was talking to Cowboy Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
And I had a basketball in my hand, and for some reason, I can't remember why I had a basketball in my hand, but I did. I think Allie and the kids were gone to Wisconsin, and I don't know why I was here that late. So I came, and I remembered people going out there and talking to her, and just some of the stuff that she was saying was kind of weird.
Oh, for sure, man. Yeah.
And then I left. And then I honestly prayed like on the way because I
Dude,
felt off.
it was strange, man. It was strange because that's right. I had an interaction with her before that I forgot about. And when I went
and
out
so
and
did
talked to her,
one of the other
in
members
Cowboy
of our
Kenny.
church,
That's right.
who used to live down the road here.
That's right.
She came. She showed up at another member's house that used to live down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like what
Asking for food and
asking
stuff,
for
right?
food and everything. And she this member ended up kind of turning her away. 'Cause she's like, I don't really know you. Like
Yeah.
She gave her some money or some food and stuff. But that But yeah, man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Aaron says, we are so blessed to have whoever goes live rather than this Facebook or YouTube, and we are just so blessed to hear these guys speak every single Thursday. And
Well,
it's just
thanks,
breath-
Aaron.
Thank you, Aaron. That means a lot, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Alex says, I'm out. She goes, I'm gone. I wonder if she actually left the stream for real.
She might have.
She's like, I'm out for the night.
If you did, the scary part's over.
That's right.
We're back. But
Scary part's over. Someone let her know.
yeah, so got a question for you guys.
Yeah.
All right, how you guys' week's been? What's been two good things you've seen this week, and two things like some bad things that you've kind of struggled with. So two good things, two things you might have struggled with this past week. AJ?
Let's see. I'd say two good things. I'm starting to get more consistent with my schedule. It's kind of good and bad. So the good part of that is I'm getting more consistent and I'm getting more used to it. So I think I'm starting to get a little less tired. The bad part though is today I was like an hour late. I overslept, so I was an hour late today. So that sucked. I was like, dang it, man. Beforehand I'd make my own schedule. And so it was just kind of like, but I wasn't very productive that way. So it's like I need a set schedule. So trying to get used to that again. So yeah, good thing is I'm more productive and I'm starting to get more used to it. Bad part of that was I was late today. Other good thing, I would say that I'd say people's patience with me. I've had multiple talks this week with Todd, Blake, some of the Remnant House guys, and Tim, and I guess I kind of take for granted how blessed I am that you guys are willing to just talk to me. Whether it's whether it can be annoying because I say the same things, or it can be hard because maybe I kind of mentioned it earlier. Like sometimes I'm not always honest with myself, so it's hard to get past that wall of trying to get me to see it myself. So appreciate you guys. You guys are a huge blessing to me. You guys always tell me the truth, and that's what I need. So that's my other blessing. Something that it's been good in my walk. The second thing I would struggle with. Night, John. Second thing I struggle with. I've been sleepy. It's weird. Like I've been So like the good part of I've gotten more consistent with the schedule, and like I'm getting less sleepy, but I'm still sleepy. I find myself like very tired throughout the day, and like I've noticed that like when it comes to like I've been getting more tired earlier. So like just which I don't like. So yeah, that's my other one.
Gotcha. Norman, what about you?
So I'll start with the too good. Actually going to the gym, as much as I don't like going to the gym, it's been learning too that you can't just, because I'm like a full commit. So the first time I went, I literally worked like every part of my body out.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was a mistake.
Yep.
So like yesterday, like this whole side it just hurt. And then honestly, this like would be the second. I just love talking with people and
Yeah, man.
getting to hang out. The two worst would be yesterday. The pain from
Yeah,
dealing
dude.
with that. That was not fun.
Yeah.
And then another one, I actually reached out to a couple people today for prayer. Just a situation happened and trying to decide how to handle it and what's the best step going forward.
It's hard, man. When life situations come up, man. It's cool that you got people around you can ask, because I know it can feel heavy when you're
Fun
by
guy
yourself
was one
in
of
that.
them.
Nice.
Wherever he went to.
I think he took over the station for the moment.
Oh, nice. Old fun guy back there. Heck yeah.
But we're about real randoms about to pop up on the screen.
Randomly.
That'd be hilarious.
I'm back.
He comes up with something entirely different.
He's waving. He's like, that's right.
He's like, you thought you guys got out of this, and comes up with something entirely different.
But no, man, that's what I meant earlier though, is like even amidst all that, like you're still a joyful person.
Oh, absolutely
You're
you
able
are.
to just push through and just like smile and laugh no matter what. So it's really encouraging, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Like you are. And AJ, it has been cool to see you. Like, you know, you said there's still stuff going on, but it's been cool to at least see steps, you know, and
Thanks,
see
man.
you walking.
I'm trying.
So it's been cool.
Let you block it.
For me, two good things. It's exciting. I said it a few weeks ago, or a couple weeks ago. Actually, it might have been just this past Sunday. I don't remember. But we've been talking about it for a while. Like Todd's been saying it a lot. Like something big's gonna happen here with this church. And we had kind of like a staff meeting last night, right?
Yeah.
And, we were talking through stuff, and like there's stuff happening. You know, like we have a softball field. You know, like we have a full field in the back that we're going to be hosting. You know, the church softball league for the second year in a row. We have a baseball team, middle school baseball team that's coming out twice a week now to practice
That's
out
awesome.
there.
Oh, it's awesome.
There's other people that are wanting to get on the field.
Yep.
So like things are happening. Like,
Yep.
and we are a summer church. Like we
For sure.
100%.
For
We
sure.
are a summer church.
Oh yeah, so active.
You know, like Tuesday I got to go out and play volleyball for the first time this year. You know, like, and I love being able to go do that. So like, I don't know, like I'm excited. So that, like that good thing is like, I can see God moving in a lot of ways, like
Yeah,
with our
man.
church. Like we just had Easter this last Sunday, and you know, we had 140 people, I think.
Yep.
140, and like had, you know, like people had to miss for various reasons. Like had everyone been here, like it would have been 150 plus, which is huge. And that's kind of like one of those kind of milestones. Like where once that hits, like it starts to kind of like
Yeah, the
stone-
tipping point.
The stone begins to roll.
Mm-hmm.
So that was one good thing. The other good thing, I don't know, I talk about it, but I don't even know if I necessarily take it as seriously as what I say sometimes. But like taking God seriously at His word and doing the things He tells us to do, it will change. You know, like I don't like this could probably be some of the bad as well.
Yeah.
But I've been struggling a little bit spiritually lately because I haven't been in the Word as much. I haven't been praying as much. My prayers
I'm with
have,
you, dude.
My prayers have just been, "Hey God, I need this." Like, "Hey God, help me." Right? Like it hasn't been intentional prayers.
Like a relationship.
Yes, it
Yeah.
hasn't been like sit down and do this. And so
I'm with you.
over this last week, a couple of things like today, like I woke up, I prayed, I read, like, and on it's gonna sound dumb, okay? But I was like, you know what book? Like I've never really spent a lot of time in Psalms, right? And Greg, if he's still on, in the Bible study of his that I'm in, like he kind of explaining, he's like, listen, like Psalms is like prayers, like they're songs, right? That were written, but like they are prayers to God for specific things. And so I was like, man, and that's a book of the Bible I've not spent a lot of time on. So today I was like, man, I was like, but I want to read it, but I don't know like which one or whatever. So I pulled up a random number generator and just did 1 to 150 because that's the Psalms, and then
Nice.
it told me like, and it came 99. So I just read not like 99, 100, and like 101, right? And I kind of read through them, and like, man, like it was just good stuff, man. I'm like, I took it seriously, like I took time to pray, I took time to read, I took time to like actually just breathe for a minute before like the chaos of the
Everything
day
happens, right?
and
Yep.
the whole day felt better. 'Cause
Lighter, probably.
Yeah, it felt lighter. Like Thursdays for me, because of everything going on, can feel very hectic.
Yeah, absolutely
But
can.
nothing changed today than it did any other day. If anything, it should have felt more hectic, right? Because of the way things kind of fell out. But I felt like I was chill through it all. I felt good. Like I felt excited. So I guess that's the other thing. It's like there's an excitement in that for me.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, one of the struggles is like spiritually. Like I've been struggling because I haven't been obedient in a lot of ways. And I think
Either, man.
excuse me, sorry.
You're fine.
The other thing I haven't been obedient in is like I keep having this internal struggle with God of like I know that he's calling me to something, right? But I don't want to do it. Like he's calling me to step up in a lot of ways, and I just like I selfishly I just don't want to. Like I don't want to do it.
Do you have fears behind that, or just simply
Oh, sure, yeah. I mean, it's mostly fears. I don't want to be too vague, but
I
like,
get it.
like he's telling me like it's time to step up. Like
Yep.
there's people that, like it's time for you to lead and do certain things and be around certain people, and like they're like it's time to do these things.
Yep.
And it is scary. Like I am scared because I'm like, yeah, but that's going to change everything. And like I don't want the flip side of that. Like I don't want the side that like people are going to possibly dislike me or it's going to cause issues because but that's the thing is like, yeah, I don't know. And so it's been an internal struggle because at the end of the day, like selfishly, man, I just don't want to because I've seen what it can do. Right?
Yep.
Like I can see the quote unquote negatives to it.
Yep. And it's hard to
So,
get past that, man.
yeah.
I get it.
And so like that's the other thing is like I keep having this sort of internal struggle, and it started probably about 3 weeks ago, 3-4 weeks ago. I don't remember which sermon it was, specifically on a Sunday, but I remember because Todd was preaching, and he was like, he kept mentioning and talking. I think it might have been the last week of the Tribe series.
That sounds right.
It might have been. It was either the last week of Tribes or the first one after that. I don't remember. But it was, and he was talking about like standing up for truth and being a warrior and being like a fighter for truth and justice. And I was like, man, like that's what I'm supposed to do, but I just don't want to because I know what that means. And so it's like it's that weird thing where like I need to make a commitment, but I'm scared. So.
So how do you? Because I know that you're not the only one that goes through that, and I'm sure people out there at some point in time, whether they're watching this now or later, they have those same things. So how do you take that step? What does taking that step look like for you?
For me, I think it's actually. I'm trying to think of the word. Actually. Not confess, but like actually like stating it, like making it a statement of like I'm going to do this, and then telling people so I can be held accountable.
Yep.
And so I think I try to not necessarily weasel, but kind of in a way like kind of weasel out of it because I'm like, okay, like I won't say it, but I'll kind of do these little things, to kind of be like, oh, well, I'm still doing this or whatever, right?
Yeah,
but that's
you
not
kind of keep the journey to yourself.
Yeah.
And so then it's like nobody can necessarily hold you to it, but
Right.
you're trying to take these steps. I get it.
So I think that's so for me, like it would be actually just being like, listen, this is what's going to happen, and then doing it and telling people so that I can be held accountable. Because I know that there's a lot, like there's a couple areas that come to mind specifically that I'm not handling how God wants me to because of fear. and selfishness.
Yeah.
And, you know, so I don't know, man. So that's kind of been the thing.
Are you afraid to confess those fears to somebody?
It's not the fears. That's not the thing stop me. It's the thing that, like, I know that once I say this, and
It
once
changes things.
Once it everything's going to change. And it's kind of that one of those things Todd talks about, where he's like, you know, like, don't he kind of jokes about it, like, and I know he doesn't think it's a joke, right? But he says, like, don't pray about something you don't want, because God's going to make it happen.
Yes.
And so that's one of those things where I'm like, I ain't going to pray this, because as soon as I do, things are going to start happening, and then there's no choice.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's kind of like I had this moment. It also kind of started because we were talking about this in my Bible study last Friday. That's kind of kickstarted again.
Yeah.
Because there was that moment a couple years ago where we joke about it, but it was the year of the birthday without the birthday boy.
Yep. Yep.
When we threw a birthday party for Todd.
I
without
think I've
Todd.
heard about this on Real Talk.
But we
Yeah, you
did. Yeah, you most
did.
definitely did. But we ended up meeting that night
Mm-hmm.
because it was a Saturday before we went and played D&D.
Yep.
And then that next Sunday, I remember because AJ and I went up on stage and Todd was asking us questions.
I
and
remember that. Yeah.
It was that week.
Yep.
And that was kind of because I remember thinking, like, it's not fair. You know what I mean? Like, what God's asking me to do is not fair.
Mm.
And I think I'm kind of hitting that point again. And even this last week, I you know, in our Remnant House chat, you know, we were talking through a bunch of stuff, and that was kind of one of the things I said is, like, I just feel like God's put me in a place where he's done it to me numerous times. You guys have been around for pretty much all of them, honestly, like the big moments where he's like, okay, are you gonna step, or am I gonna have to drag you?
Yeah.
Because one way or another, you're gonna get there, but it's
You get to decide how I'm going to get you there.
Yep.
yeah. So I feel like
Painful or less painful?
Yeah.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
I get it.
So I don't know. I'm in a kind of another one of those moments, another like Kairos moment, honestly.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking
Am I
of.
going to keep living the cycle, or am I going to take a step and get
Gonna
out?
break it. Yeah.
So
One thing I appreciate about you, Blake, is like I can tell you're growing, man. One, just because of how much you share. Like you've grown a lot in that. So like, you know, and like you've become so much more genuine. Like you have become real. Like you have. And like I appreciate your willingness to share it, not even just with us, but also publicly, man, because I know it's not easy. So like, you know, I appreciate you. Like I can tell you're on a journey, man, because like, you know, you have just opened up, and like it's cool to see, and it's inspiring to me. So like I appreciate you, man, because like, and just keep walking, dude. Keep walking, even when it's scary, even when it sucks, even when everything in your body's telling you not to. Just keep walking, man, because there is always there's greater on the other side. There really is.
and that's the thing is, like, I don't want this to be like a woe is me moment, because it's not. Because I think part of the excitement that I'm feeling too overall is because of that.
Yeah,
Because
you're
there-
scared of it. I get
The-
it. You're
yes,
scared of the good.
Exactly. Yeah, because I'm like, man, because like with the good comes not bad, but like with everything that's going to be happening,
comes weight. There
there's
comes
weight.
responsibility.
Yeah.
I get it.
So like, I don't know, man. And I think, well, and I do appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you. But
absolutely.
this definitely isn't like it's probably more for the people out there that don't know me as well. But like, this is not meant to be a woe is me moment. But it's like, man, like, I am still excited, right? Like that hasn't killed the excitement. If anything, it's helped. It's boosted it because God's going, this is cool. It could be cooler, and I'm like, yeah, but cool's okay.
Yep.
It's comfortable.
So, yeah,
The way to glory, man. I
son
think
of a
think
gun.
Todd has a sermon. I don't remember what year it was. I think it's called "The Weight of Glory." There you go, the way to glory.
One thing I was thinking of while you're talking to encourage you as well is, so look what was the reason that you were coming to the remnant, and now look what you're doing.
And now, God, well,
It's pretty cool, man.
guess-
It's been a wild journey for
Yeah.
you. It has been.
never put that together. You're about to make me cry.
Mm-hmm.
But that's cool. For those of you that don't know, I came to the remnant originally for a girl, and then kept coming because of the softball team. But I would only come during the summer during softball season. That happened for like 2 years, I think. and now like I get to coach our softball team and like
Teams.
teams. That's true. Actually, I
Think about how that's even that's growing.
yeah, I get to coach our softball teams. I get to help run the league, and like I got to help was like not necessarily designing, but like helping with the field and getting
Yeah,
things
man.
figured out and
Oh, yeah.
stuff. So
an
And
honor.
it's
that
not
is
stopped
cool.
there. Like, look at the teams that the people that are coming here from the community.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
true.
So simply by God could have still worked it out to where things are
Hmm.
happening, but He chose you.
Gosh dang it, you're convicting me too, dude. Because I've been talking for years how much I miss baseball.
Yep.
And now I just get to kind of live in it, right?
Yep.
It's not how I always thought it would be, but I'm still
But it's there.
it's there and it's good and it's probably better than anything I ever could have fathomed when
Imagined.
it came
Yep.
to baseball.
I mean, you
so.
shared that you wanted to be a teacher and a pastor, and now look at you. Like, you're the youth pastor.
I'm just talking about.
Like, you're
No,
truly
that is-
making a
yeah.
difference, like, not
Yeah.
just in the church, not just in these kids, but you are making a difference in this community, whether you can see it or not.
Thanks, man. I try. That's the hope.
Yep. It's an honor, Blake, to know you, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you guys too. You guys are good people.
Jesus loves you despite you.
There you go. I like it.
Norman.
I like it.
This guy, that's the other thing about
His
this guy. We need
one-liners?
to talk about his one-liners, but they're typically either terrible puns or like punch in the gut conviction liners. There's no in between. But no, I do appreciate that about you two. But cool. Well,
All right, man.
it's almost 10:30.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll probably take it on home.
so
I'm going to check to see if there's any.
okay. Check
Live
anonymous
questions.
just to see if there is. But those of you that are still on, thank you for hanging out with us. It was a good show.
Yeah,
So-
man. It was a great show.
So AJ's looking that up. If you really enjoyed this show, and even if you didn't, you can still go to www.theremnant.life/give. And you can donate to the ministry. Everything that does come to this ministry goes and stays with this ministry. So, and then we do have certain tiers to support this. If you give $15 a month, then you get bonus content. And the bonus content, I'm letting you know, it's either really great or really funny great. And then if $30 a month gets you merch as well as the bonus content as well.
Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Norm, making a shameless plug there.
That's right.
Jason says Blake isn't just good with youth; he's good with all kids. in general.
Absolutely.
That's
He is,
true,
man.
man.
You are great with kids.
There's it's funny, and I'm not genuinely not trying to like brag, but there's been people will joke because it seems like I'm always holding a kid, someone's kid. Like there was a Sunday, I
true,
think I
man.
held every baby in the church at one point or another. Like
It's hilarious.
and I think at one point I had a kid in each arm and I was dragging a kid by my leg at one point. But dude, I love it. Thank you, Jason.
Also, like, you are good with kids, like, because you don't just see the kids in the church. It's outside of events too. Like dancing with Lily at birthday party or weddings.
At the wedding.
Yeah, that made her day. She always has to say hi if she sees you on. And then Ian's taken quite the liking to you as well.
If we could just teach him to stay off the ground, I might like him.
You can try and teach him, but he's still going to end up on the ground.
So we do have one anonymous question.
Okay.
That's what is your favorite worship song and how does it relate to your life today?
I said it earlier, I'll say it again. I'm so blessed.
Yeah.
I don't know the name of the band that plays it, but it's
Church.
like I said, it's because like I could literally be having a bad day, and what I do, my job, like it can easily get affected.
Yeah.
And so for just when that song comes on, it just puts me in a whole different space of mind, because like one big thing I struggled growing up with in the church is fearing that I could lose my salvation. And that brought a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of tears,
Yeah, man.
a lot of anxiety, weight, chains. Like I was watching a video the day that talks about the chain, and a chain's just one big circle. So if you're still stuck in that, I mean, it's a chain. If you're stuck in a cycle and you can't break it, it's a chain.
It's,
That's right, man.
And so the Bible says, where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom, and his Spirit is in salvation. So to know at the end of the day that no matter what happens, I could literally have the worst thing happen to me. but I'm still a child of God at the end of the day.
Amen, dude. I love
awesome.
that. That is a great worship song. I do love I'm So Blessed. For me, it's
Hey, Carly, thanks for hopping
what
on.
up? What up, Carly?
She's hopping in at the end, but she's here.
That's right. My favorite is Spirit Lead Me. I love that song, man. I relate to it a lot because in the chorus it talks like I'm done chasing feelings, Spirit lead me. So like I'm a guy who relies so heavily on emotion in my life, and it runs me for a lot of time negative. So for me, it's like that's just kind of a declaration, like hey, like I'm done chasing feelings, Spirit lead me. Like that's a song like I try to cling to. So yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
I know they asked for a worship song, but I have 3 because
Okay.
of different reasons. One is While I Wait.
It's a great song.
That freaking guy over there, fun guy. I remember there being a night where I rode with him to basketball. I was really struggling with a lot of stuff, and he was like, "Listen," he was like, "Pull this song." I think he might have taken my phone even, and I think he pulled it up, and he's like sitting. He's like, "I want you to sit in the car and listen to the song twice before you come inside." And it was While I Wait. And I was
Yep.
like, good golly, man.
Yeah.
So that song like means a lot to me, just because like a lot of my life has been waiting. It feels like, right?
Yeah.
Waiting
Yeah.
for things,
Yep.
good and bad. Because you all know I'm great at making decisions, but I'm not. So that did mean that song means a lot. The
Yeah.
second one is somewhat newer. It's a Mac Powell song, New Creation.
Okay.
And he just talks about like coming to God, like you made me a new creation. Like when you accept Christ and you truly begin to follow, like you are a new person, you are a new creature. Like you're not like you are new, and like the old crap doesn't matter. You're still gonna struggle, but like He has made you new and He has made you good. So that song too, and then a song that we started doing probably about a year ago now, I think. But almost every time we play it, I start to tear up because like it's almost like in a way it's like a war cry for me. But it's Might Get Loud.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, I have a blast playing it.
Oh, sure.
Every
Yes,
time we play it,
we've seen.
I have a blast playing. Yeah, dude. But like the chorus, or the bridges and like the refrains and stuff, where it's like, why can't I praise Him as loud as I want? Why can't I? Because I
good, man.
can, right? But we
Yep.
get caught up in everything. So like, yeah, dude, like. If there wasn't music playing and it was just me singing, like people outside would probably be able to hear me just screaming it, because like that's one of those songs, man. Like, first of all, I'm not a great singer. I'm not, but that's one of those songs I'm like, I'm not even trying to sing. I'm just like
Yelling.
I'm just screaming. You know, like, so I don't know. Those are kind of be like my 3 for they all for different reasons, but
It's good, man.
There's another song out there. It's not a worship song, but Known by Torrin Wells.
It's a good
Oh,
song
I
too.
love that song. Like fully known and loved by you.
Yeah.
It's so powerful.
Oh, I love it.
cool.
All right, man. That was all of our anonymous questions. We
Awesome.
got.
So we'll put a bow tie on this thing.
That's right. We'll wrap her up.
I
A
wish
bow
I had
and a
my bow
ribbon.
tie shirt.
Dude, I have mine from the Easter thing. I have my
Oh,
bow
my
tie.
gosh.
Now, are you sure it's not mine from like the
No,
hat?
it's not. It's not. Anyways, thank you guys so much for hanging out. Those of you that are still here, I know it was a long one.
Yep.
Those of you that hopped on at any point, thank you guys so much. Continue to share this because you don't know
Share it.
who it's going to talk to,
That's right.
who it's going to bless. Like Norman said, if this has blessed you in any way, would you consider giving just so we can continue to keep the ministry going, continue to make upgrades when they're needed, and we would greatly appreciate that. So, as always, we've said it a few times through the show, but that link, www.theremnant.life/real-talk, is open 24/7, 365 days.
Never
Put your-
closes.
it never does. You put your questions in there, and they are put in there instantaneously, anonymously. In what, Norman?
That's only 2. What's the third one?
Instantly. Instantly. That's right. We can't find you, but drop them in there. We want to hear from you guys. Like AJ said, we're getting caught up on questions.
Yep.
So if you didn't hear it tonight or you haven't heard it in a past episode, it's coming.
That's right.
So keep listening. Keep checking out our pre-recorded. We get to go in deeper with those as well.
Yep.
But thank you guys so much for joining us. If you want to come join us on a Sunday here in Columbia City, it's the Remnant Church.
Yep.
We have service at 11 and a free meal that follows. Come out and check us out.
That's awesome.
If you want to meet us, if you want to get to know this guy more,
That's right, he's here.
He's an awesome guy. He's here. He'll shake your hand. I'll shake your hand. We'll get to say hi to you. It'll be a
hugs.
blast. But come out and join us on Sunday. We get to worship. You get to see me just typically be ridiculous on stage at one point or another, just because I love playing.
you
But
go.
come on out and join us. We'd love to have you. Norman, thank you so much for being here tonight,
Absolutely.
brother. It's
Right,
a
man.
blast. Thank you
Appreciate
for
you,
your
dude.
support of Real Talk along the way too. You,
Oh, yeah.
you have
Absolutely.
been one of the real ones.
Absolutely.
love it.
You've always been a real one. But
Keeping it real.
AJ, good job tonight, dude.
Thanks, man. Appreciate
Appreciate
you
you.
too, man. You're killer. You're a killer for real. MVP. I've said
Thank
that
you.
so many times.
Most voiced
Most viewed
person.
playlist.
Most viewed playlist. Yeah.
There you go.
Fun guy. Always keeping it interesting. From the intro to what we do, everything.
Yep.
So thank you for everything you do. Fun turn. Way to rock it in the back.
Killing her.
He's the mullet of the whole thing.
That's right.
Business in the front. He's the party in the back.
Yep.
I love it.
He keeps the show running. Thank
That's
you
right.
guys so much. Like I said, we'd love to see you. At the end of the day, remember, no matter what happens, you are loved. God loves you, and He made a way so you can have a relationship with Him, and that is Jesus Christ. We love you. I hope to see and hear from all of you. Thank you guys so much. Have a good week, and God bless you guys.